Hello, beautiful friends. I'm Lauren and welcome to my Beauty Nook. Today we've got the Emptypalooza. Yay! So many empties. So I had really good intentions to do monthly empty videos, and then the end of July was crazy and I didn't get one out for July, and by the time I realized it, it was almost the end of August, and I was like, oh, I'll just do July and August together and it'll be fine. And then September ended, and here we are. And we're like already a week into October, and I'm just getting this filmed. My life is crazy. But here we are. So I have 3 months worth of empties. It's a lot. And I asked over on Instagram whether you guys wanted me to break it up into smaller videos or just do one big long video. And there was a resounding yes, you all want to watch me look at my trash for over an hour. So that's what we're doing. I have no idea if it's going to be an hour, but I think it will be. I mean, you obviously can see that, but I filmed all of it and I think I got an hour and a half worth of footage. So this will definitely be the longest video on my channel so far. So please, I implore you, please let me know down in the comments whether you like really long videos. I usually try to keep my videos around 10 minutes. Mostly I'm doing Project Pan updates and intros, mostly intros, because I can't seem to stop joining projects or starting projects or doing all the projects. So most of my videos are in the like 10-15 minute mark. But if you like longer videos, I can certainly add some of those in, do some like chatty get ready with me's, get ready with me videos. Or I'm thinking about adding in some favorites videos or other things. So I want to diversify a little bit because I know not all of my friends know what Project Pan is or understand Project Pan, and I know a lot of my followers on Instagram are Project Panners, but I want to provide a little bit more diverse content over here and have some things for people who don't necessarily want to watch the Project Pan stuff. So if that is you, or if you just like to watch all of it, let me know what you like to see and what you would enjoy seeing from me on this channel. So I have a lot to get through. No, this is not a Trader Joe's haul. Although I do love Trader Joe's. But no, that's all garbage. That's all trash. That's empty products that I finished that are leaving my collection. I'm so excited. All right, before this video gets any longer, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to switch to overhead filming, and then I will show you all of my empties, and a declutter. Let's get into it. Okay, let's get started, shall we? As I'm sure I explained in the intro, I'm going to have to do this in segments. But I just need to get this filmed because it's a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to be starting with a big product declutter. And this is all products that have gone bad on me. It hurts my heart. But yeah, that's the truth. So I'm not passing any of these on because they are all not usable. Some of them, which I will explain, some of them I'm going to move into different categories. Some I may keep around for like an art project or just some fun like texture pictures. And then some of them I'm just going to have to toss. So let me get all these out of the box and then I will show you. Okay, I think I got everything relatively in frame. So what we've got here is quite a bit of cream makeup, foundations, and other. We have some nail polishes down here, a hair product, a primer, and then a ridiculous amount of lip products. Oh, and one pair of eyelashes. So let's just go through this. Yeah, I'll move everything out of the way and then I'll move it out of frame at least. Okay, well, you can see a lot of it, but I think that's fine. Let's talk about the nail polishes first, because those are easy. So these 3 little Ciate minis I got at Christmas time, I think in, I don't know, either 2015 or 2016, and they've all kind of dried up or have some issues. Like this one, the brush fell off. Let's see here. This one I think just, yeah, totally dried up. And then this one is, so these 2 I bought in a set, and I think there's one more, maybe not. These 2 I bought in a set. This one I bought separately, and it still is wet, and I can technically use it, but it's like, I can hardly get any out, and it's too thick to pour out, and it's just not workable on the nails. So, which I'm sad about, because this is one of the prettiest toppers I've ever had. But those 3 are done, and then this China Glaze top coat is just too thick, and it doesn't like spread out on the nail anymore. So there are those 4 gone. Next up, just a hair product. Goodness, I don't even know when I got this. Maybe like 2011, 2010, 2009. I don't know. I think 2010. Anyway, it was a really, really long time ago. It has definitely gone off. It smells horrible. There's not even that much in here. It's totally not worth it to force myself to use this. So goodbye to this one. Next up are these eyelashes. I got these, I don't even know why I got these, but they were just like a pair of Halloween lashes, and I have been holding on to them forever, being like, oh, someday I'm gonna find the perfect look to wear these in, and then I'll be really glad that I kept them. And that day finally came. I had a look that these were perfect for. I put them on, and I hated them, and I took them off. So yeah, they're just really annoying. The band is super thick, and it's not very flexible. They're just really, really cheap lashes, and they're so long and thick that it completely covered up the eye look that I had on anyway. So I don't know. All in all, I took them out. I don't need them. They're going away. Goodbye. Good riddance. Okay, and then next up we have the Indeed Labs Nano Blur. This I also bought in 2015, and I had a really hard time using it in 2015, and I stopped using it for a long time, and then recently I thought, you know what, let's give that a shot again, because I know more about makeup and I think I can make this work now. And I can't. It's not a good primer, and it's not a good moisturizer, and you can't put it under makeup or over makeup. It just broke everything apart and made my skin look really, really horrible. And any actual active ingredients that were skincare-like once upon a time are long gone in this. So this one is going to goodbye. Okay. Let's do foundations, and then we'll end with lip products. So this is a bunch of Ben Nye. I think every single one of these is Ben Nye, yeah. And these are just all cream products that I had from like high school and early college from doing theater. And so like this one's got dried stage blood all over it. And yeah, they're all just really old, and none of them are even my right color anymore. And I went through a little like challenge phase where I actually went through and wore a couple of them, and I just got to the point where I was like, I just don't really want to put these on my face, and yeah, they need to go. So all of these are going. Okay, so here is the saddest part of all of this. These are all lip products that have totally gone bad and gone off, and they smell horrible, and they're definitely bad. Yeah, so let's start with these. These are my OCC, Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics lip tars. These I got for my pro kit, and then ended up not really using any of them for my pro kit. So I had, let's see here, I had 2 mattes, a regular lip tar, and 2 stained glosses. They were all nice and also very hard to use. They did tend to settle into the fine lines of the lips, especially the stained glosses. So I don't know. I'm not particularly sad to see them go, but I am a little bit annoyed that I bought them all and bought 5 of them without trying any of them and realizing that I didn't love the formula. I did, let's see here. These 2, I did like depot into these little doe-foot applicator tubes to try to make them a little bit easier to use, but I just did it too late, and by the time I did that, I just kind of kept forcing myself to try to use these without coming to terms with the fact that they had gone off. So I am in denial no longer, and I am saying goodbye to all of these. Next up, this is actually the only one out of this whole thing that hasn't gone bad to the point where like it smells bad, but the texture has definitely changed in this. I remember when I first got this, it was one of my favorite lip products, and I remember loving wearing it and just really, really enjoying the formula and the color of it, and I just thought it was a lovely product. This is the Tardiest lip paint in Birthday Suit. This was the Sephora birthday gift a few years back, and I put it in a project to try and use it up, and it's just so very uncomfortable to wear now. It doesn't really pill on the lips, but it definitely like cakes and moves around in really funny ways, and I could not force myself to use this whole thing. I used quite a bit of it. It's like, I mean, it's pretty done. You're probably not able to see that because the light's being weird, but like if I look down into it, I can kind of see light shining through the sides. So this may, I don't know, I may also include this in my empties just as like a deluxe sample, so it won't count towards my full-size empties for the year, but I did work really hard on this and I used almost all of it, so it might go into my empties. We'll see, but that one's going. And then the rest of these are NYX lipsticks. Nothing to say, like that's not to say anything bad about NYX. I love NYX products. That is all due to the fact that I bought a million lipsticks from NYX all at the same time, and that was in like 2015 or 2016. So yeah, it's my own fault. Don't blame NYX. They make lovely products, but all of these have gone bad and they all smell really bad. So I've got 2 NYX lip lingeries. I actually had more and I decluttered a few of them, and now I feel really bad about that because I'm sure that those have also gone off because I bought them all at the same time. Ugh. But yeah, these are the colors Exotic and Ruffle Trim. These were the 2 that ended up being very lovely colors on my lips. But I'm not really a big fan of liquid lipsticks anymore. I'm not enjoying wearing them anymore. So I'm kind of okay to see these go. I was thinking about decluttering them anyway, and now I'm glad that I did not give them to anybody because now they're going to the trash. So goodbye. Next up, I had 2 of the matte lipsticks. I had the colors Couture and Eden. Couture is this baby pink, and I guess I can swatch some of these last ones because they're not as, I didn't want to swatch any of the liquid lipsticks because they're messy. But that one's like a baby pink. This one is a bright red, and I hardly used these at all. Yeah, I used the red one a few times, and I maybe used this one once, maybe twice. I am learning my lesson, and I am working drastically to get my lipstick numbers down, and in the future I will certainly not be buying lipsticks unless I am certain that I can finish them in the time frame that I have them before they go bad. So there's those 2. And then these last 4 are the Lip Smacking Fun Colors lipsticks. This one is the color, where are you? Talia, which is like a cool toned mauve. Oops, got one escaping over here. This is Rhea, which is like a cool toned brown. It's like a grayish. Next, actually I'll do this one. Next is Cocoa, which is a rose nude, like a rose brown. And then finally Blush, which is a bright pink. So these 4, so Talia I have actually been using since I decided to declutter them out of my lip collection. I have been using Talia as a cream blush, this one up here. And I am less paranoid about using expired lipsticks or expired products on the parts of my face that are not my eyes and mouth. I didn't say that very well. Let me rephrase that. I am okay using expired makeup as long as it doesn't break me out and it doesn't go near my eyes or mouth. There, I said it. So I have not had any skin reactions to this, and it's not going into my eyes or my mouth like I said, so I have been using this as a cream blush, and it is actually really, really lovely. I've been using it with a NYX blush that it actually matches really well. Let me grab that and I'll show you. So this is the NYX Ombre Blush in the color Mauve Me, and they are a really, really lovely pair. So I will swipe on a little bit of the cream blush and buff it out, which isn't going so well over just my bare skin. I usually do this over foundation and it works really well. And then I'll take the powder blush and it just adds a nice little shine to it. It's totally not necessary, and in the future I will probably just stick to powder blushes, but while I have them, I am trying to use cream blush, and it's nice to find some pairings of creams and powders that go well together. So that's what I've been doing with that, and I'm probably going to maybe not, I don't know, I might try out Cocoa as a contour, but it's got a little pink in it, so actually I can tell you right now that's not going to work. So Cocoa might not make it in, but I think that these three I can probably use as cream blushes. So, and maybe I'll just like, I don't know, smash this onto something and take a really cool photo of it or something like that. Anyway, I'm sure that you will be seeing these again, but they are no longer, they are being decluttered out of my lip product, and if I decide that I no longer want to put up with them as cream blushes, I'm just going to get rid of them and not feel bad about it. So there's that. All right, now that the declutter is done, let's move on to the actual empties. We're going to start with hair products first. This is my smallest category out of the 4 categories of empties that I have. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this. So let me get these out and I will show you what we have. Okay, so here we have all of my hair product empties for the 3 months. I almost said for the month, but that's a joke. This is 3 months worth of hair empties. So let's get started. We'll start with the samples first, I think, and then move on to the big things. So I used 3 samples of hair oil. I've got the Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil, the Aveda Dry Remedy Oil, and the Redken Diamond Oil. Redken and Bumble and Bumble are not, I always want to say Bubble and Bubble, but it's not that. They're not cruelty free, so I obviously won't be repurchasing them. The Aveda one was fine, but the smell of Aveda products kind of bothers me sometimes. I don't know, and it wasn't anything special. It was just oil, so that I will not be repurchasing. I had 2 very, very old sample packets of the Ion Color Brilliance After Color Treatment. I used to buy these all the time from Sally's basically every time I would bleach my hair, I would grab a couple of these because they're like $1. And they really are a great deep conditioning treatment. I do like these a lot. I don't know if Ion is cruelty free. I have a feeling that they're not. So this also may be something that I am no longer purchasing, but I found these in my stash when I was cleaning out my hair dye products and decluttering those, and I was like, oh, I'll just go ahead and use them up. And that's what I did, and now they're gone. Okay, and then this one, this is just an airless pump that I had from cosmetics, and this was a bunch of samples of the, what's it called? The Living Proof My Perfect Hair Day or something like that. I thought I had a sample of it in here, but I don't. It's in my bathroom. Anyway, it's like a smoothing serum that you put on wet hair, and I had like 8 of them. And so I just put them all into this airless pump and used them all up like that. I had this in a project. Which project was this in? I think it was in 2019. It's either that or in the Drop the Cruelty project. So I'll have to go and check on which one that is and make sure that it gets into the right update video. But that is gone. Yay. Okay, And then I have 3 dry shampoos because I love dry shampoo. Actually, both of these are combo dry shampoos and texturizing sprays. This one, Not Your Mother's, is the texturizing dry shampoo in the scent Toasted Coconut, which is a lovely scent if you don't mind fragrance. This one is the IGK Direct Flight Multitasking Matcha Dry Shampoo. It smells like matcha. I love both of these. The Beach Babe, the full size of their dry shampoos, I think are around $5, maybe $5.99, and they very frequently go buy one, get one half off, or sometimes buy one, get one free at Ulta. So if you are looking for a dry shampoo, actually, this is just getting into all of this. So I'll just add this into the thing. I finished my full size Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. So if you're looking for a great dry shampoo at a budget option that will give you all the bells and whistles, I highly, highly recommend checking out Not Your Mother's. It's wonderful. I love it so much. And then, this IGK one I wanted to try for the first time. I'm actually really interested in the charcoal dry shampoo. It's a dry shampoo, but it adds a little bit of charcoal into your hair, and so it gives a lot of volume and texture, and I am very interested in that one. I don't know why. I actually went to Ulta to go and get a sample of that, and I got talked into getting this one instead. I shouldn't have. But I'm still interested in trying a sample of the charcoal one because I did really like this matcha one. And I actually this was the last of my dry shampoo in convenient form. I do have a little jar of homemade dry shampoo, and but this is so much easier to use, and so I go through that one slower. And so this was the last of this category for me. So I went to Ulta to get new dry shampoo, and I thought that I was going to get a full size of the charcoal of the IGK to try. And I went in there and I sprayed it in my hair and, basically did my hair in Ulta because I was like, if I'm going to spend $30 on a thing of dry shampoo, I want to make sure that I'm going to like it. So I was that girl, and it's fine. And after I did that, I was like, this isn't so super special. And they also happened to be having a sale, a buy one, get one free sale on the Not Your Mother's products. And so I was like, well, I could get one big thing of the IGK for $30, or I could get 2 giant Not Your Mother's things for $5. And then, well, spoiler alert, that's what I did. Do I have it down here? Where are they? Oh, they're right up here. So I purchased these 2. I got the regular dry shampoo in the warm sugar scent, which, holy cow, smells so good. It's like vanilla cupcake. It's amazing. And then I also really, really wanted to try the tinted dry shampoo because I've been wanting to try this one for years to see if it's something that I could recommend to friends. But I have never had, I've had platinum hair for a very long time. And finally, my roots have grown out enough that I could give this a shot. And I did. I just used it one time, so this is not a full actual review, but I used it once on day 6 hair, and it was fantastic. I reviewed it on Instagram stories and showed before and after and talked about it a little bit. And I really like it so far. I'm excited to have that in my collection and keep trying it out and see what I think. And then I'm excited to have a full bottle of it as well, of the regular one. So going forward, I don't know. I may still maybe I'll get a sample of the charcoal dry shampoo someday. The samples are still $14, so they're also still a lot. I could get if I hit a sale, I could get like 6 bottles of the Not Your Mother's for that price. So that like really, really wins me over to the Not Your Mother's, because I feel like maybe they're a little bit better, but not nearly good enough to like make me not want to buy 6 full-size bottles of Not Your Mother's for one sample size, which lasts me like, I don't know, 5 uses? 6 uses, maybe. I think I'm talking myself out of it now. I'm very loyal to Not Your Mother's, so I don't know. I might do that. Okay. All right, on to the last 2 hair care products. I have a shampoo. This is the Shea Moisture Argan Oil and Almond Milk Smooth and Tame Shampoo. This was in my musical pans project. So spoiler alert if you haven't seen that video. I'm not sure which one I'm going to get up first. I filmed the video, the check-in for that, but who knows what editing me is going to do. Something tells me that this video is going to take me 8 years to edit, so you might be watching this in 2020. Who knows? Anyway, this was fine. It didn't do anything special for my hair, but it cleaned it, which is good. So there's that one. And then this is the Pacifica Berry Dreamy Sleepover Hydration Mask. I don't really understand this product. It's supposed to be like an overnight sleeping mask for your hair. I'm perplexed. I don't understand this product at all. And I never did that. First of all, I don't wash my hair in the mornings. I usually wash my hair in the evening after my kiddo's gone to bed. So I was never going to like put this in my hair at night and then get conditioner all over my pillow, or I guess you would wear what, like a hair bonnet thing. I don't know. Anyway, I just used this as I used it in 2 ways. No, I used it 3 ways. I was very creative with this. The first way that I used it was as a scalp treatment. I mixed it, just like poured a bunch of it into a bowl and mixed it with tea tree, peppermint, and rosemary essential oils, and then brushed it onto my scalp, rubbed it in, and let it sit for like 10 or 15 minutes before washing it out in the shower. So that I did a bunch of times, and it was very nice for that, very moisturizing on the scalp. The second way I used it was just as like I put like a super, super thick layer of it on my hair, like 15 or 20 minutes before showering, just so that the ends would get a little bit more hydration before I washed them. So that was another way. And then the third way was just using a light little bit of it as a leave-in conditioner afterwards, which I think is one of the recommended. Can also be used as an intensive leave-on conditioner without rinsing. So that's how I used this one up. And that's hair. Wow. All right, on to the next category. Okay, moving on to bath and body miscellaneous. So let's see here. I'm gonna get the big stuff out of the way, and then I'll make it look a little bit nicer, just because this is obnoxious and I don't need to spend much time talking about it. I finished a thing of Q-tips, very exciting. Whoops. I finished a bag of cotton balls, and I finished a thing of Epsom salt, which took me entirely too long to go through, and I think my husband actually ended up finishing this because I don't really take baths. So yeah, that's gone. Okay, now I'll make this look a little bit prettier. So let me start with some brush cleaner because I finished up quite a few of them. I tried a sample of the liquid blender cleanser, which was fine. It did clean my beauty blender, but I won't be, there's no reason for me to repurchase this. What I use cleans my beauty blender just fine. I finished my bottle of the Real Techniques Deep Cleansing Gel. I did like this. If you like a liquid cleanser for your brushes and you would like to purchase one specifically for cleaning brushes, this is a good one. It's a good price. I think it's like $10 for this bottle, but Ulta has sales on Real Techniques, so you can get it on sale as well. So that one was fine. And then I used up the Bare Minerals Quick Change brush cleaner. This is a spot cleaner, so it doesn't fully saturate or clean your brushes or sanitize them. It just helps you kick off some of the pigment. So you spray this on a cloth and then rub your brush on it, and it helps to get the pigment off so that you can use another color with the same brush without transferring the color. So it worked as it should have. This is a product that's really easy to find, so, and I think there's even some DIY recipes for it that I have not tried, but I might in the future. So it was fine. I won't be repurchasing this. And then my final brush cleanser so this is a full bar of soap. So this particular one is obviously not an empty, but I finished this exact bar. I finished one. So, and there's obviously nothing left to show you. So, because I had one of the same, I thought I'd put it in here just to show you. This is my preferred way to clean brushes. This going forward is going to be the one soap that I use for cleansing my brushes. It's really nice. The Dr. Bronner's soap has essential oils in it and some other oils in it. Like this has coconut oil, palm oil, olive oil, hemp oil, jojoba, and tea tree extract. And so the oils in this really help to break down makeup, and so it's great for cleaning brushes. And because it's meant to be a product that you can put on your face, it doesn't leave any residue on the brush that you wouldn't want going onto your face. So I like these a lot. I will continue to use these. I have this one, and then I actually just purchased the Dr. Bronner's Rose Oil Castile Soap, so I'm going to try that one out. I don't really mind having a backup of it, one singular backup. I won't buy a bunch of them, but I'm fine having, one in my dish and one in the packaging. So that's fine, and I liked this a lot. Obviously, I have repurchased one, and I have one more. Okay, so tooth care. These probably won't always go into my empties, but I just wanted to show you what I'm using because, I don't know, if you're here, you probably like to be nosy about what people use, and I'm okay with that and here for that. So this is the toothpaste that I use. It's the Jason Power Smile Anti-Cavity and Whitening Gel. I really like this. I knew that I needed toothpaste because this one was running low, and so I went to Sprouts and I said, I'm not going to look at what I just finished up and try to buy the same thing. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna buy the one that I think will work best for me, and I totally ended up buying the same one. So lucky me, I get to use another one of these, and I'm glad about that because it worked really well for me. So there's that. And then similar to the soap, I used up a floss, and I just wanted to show the floss that I use on camera because it is a nice little zero waste swap, and I know some of you are trying to swap things out or reduce your waste, and this is one way that I've done it. So I bought this little tin on Amazon, and it's a metal floss tin that you can refill, and it comes with these little flosses I don't know, just these little bundles. The floss itself from this brand, I don't know if it's my favorite. It's a little bit on the weak side, and my teeth are really, really close together, so I do have some issues with this floss breaking on me, but the more I've used it, the more, I don't know, the easier it's gotten and the less I have issues with it. So, but and you can buy the refills from a million different companies. So I'm going to try another like zero waste refill from another company. But this is the only one that I saw that was a metal tin like this. Most of the reusable floss containers are glass, and I'm super clumsy and I was really worried about dropping it and breaking it, so I liked the metal one. And I like that I don't have to buy a bunch of, I like that I don't have to keep buying little plastic things of floss. This was an easy swap for me. So it's Wowie is the brand, WOWE, Wowie Health and Earth Awareness. I'll try to link this down below if I can remember. I'm not going to link everything because it's a million products, but I'll try to link this one because it's interesting. So there's that. I used up a couple body washes. This was just like a sample that I think I got from the hospital. So I don't know, it was fine. And then this is the Flower Bomb Viktor and Rolf shower gel, which smells like the Flower Bomb perfume, kind of, which was fine. They're both fine. Speaking of Flower Bomb, I used up my last two Flower Bomb perfumes. I had a travel size and then a refill, and I used them both up. And now Flower Bomb is no more in my collection. Viktor and Rolf is not cruelty free, so I will not be repurchasing this. And since using those up, I have chosen the Pacifica Tahitian Gardenia perfume as my new perfume because I had used up all of the other perfumes in my collection. I still have a couple body sprays that I'm working on, like this one right here is the one I'm working on right now from Victoria's Secret. But once I finish the body sprays up, I'm not planning on keeping that category in my collection anymore. Next up, I finished a nail polish remover. It was fine. This bottle was insanely hard to use. So it was like, I don't know, it was actually impossible to like squeeze product out because this bottle is so thick and hard to squeeze. So it was like a hand workout every time I had to do my nails. So I'm really glad that this is gone. And then I have some lotion. I finished up the Bath & Body Works Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte Lotion. I think this was a gift, and it was a lovely scent. Bath & Body Works is not cruelty free, and I will not be repurchasing anything from them, although people like to give these as gifts, so I wouldn't be surprised if another one floats itself my way someday. But I was glad to use this, and I wish that I had saved it for now because I used this in like August, and I think I wasted the pumpkin latte on that season, but because it was blazing hot outside, and now I want all the pumpkin things, but that's fine. This was nice. I'm glad it's gone. And then finally, I finished up the Mama hand cream from Tubby Todd Bath Co. This was a gift from my sister-in-law when I had my kiddo, and that was almost 3 years ago. So this was definitely due to be finished, and it was very nice. I don't think they sell this anymore. I had this in a project. What product was this in? I think the Doctor Who project, and I went to link it, I think, in that video and couldn't find it anymore, but they do have some other nice products on their website, and they do nice little like gift basket things. So if you are wanting to get a nice gift for a new mom, they've got some cute little like gift set things that make it really easy to just send one over. But anyway, it was nice. It smelled like ginger and lime. Okay, skincare. This is exciting. We have 14 skincare items, 14 empties. Hooray! And almost all of them are full size, which is very exciting. Normally up until this point, I've had a lot of samples for skincare, but not a lot of full size. So yay. Okay, let's get the big ones out of here first. I'm just gonna kind of haphazardly grab things and it'll be fine. Okay, so I finished 2 cleansers. Is that right? Yes, 2 cleansers. I've got the Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Oil Reducing Cleanser. I loved this. This bottle was absolutely gigantic. What was it? 16 ounces. And yeah, I don't know how much this is, but I feel like, this absolutely is such a good, like, really good quality, good ingredient, reasonably priced item. And I will possibly repurchase this in the future. I'm trying a different Paula's Choice cleanser right now. I'm trying the clear line. I think it's an anti-acne cleanser, and I think it might have salicylic acid in it. So I'm trying that one right now, but I did really, really like this one, and I do think that it helped my oil production. The thing about Paula's Choice, I said I wasn't gonna babble on about products in this video, but I am already. The thing about Paula's Choice products is that they are very ingredient focused and there's no irritants in the products, and they also don't strip the skin of natural oils. Like, I have very, very oily skin, and if I have cleansers and things that like strip the oils, then my face gets so incredibly oily immediately after that. So it like overproduces all the oil. So this is really nice because it does help manage the amount of oil that my skin produces without stripping it, which is awesome. The other cleanser that I finished, which keeps falling apart on me, is an incredibly old bottle of the Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser. I don't even want to know how old this is. I would probably be shocked and horrified that I used it on my face anyway. But I don't know. For some reason, I was just really determined. I was like, you know what? It's a cleanser. I don't have to leave it on my skin. I'm going to wash it right off after I use it. And I just want to get through it instead of wasting it. I made that decision at a time when I decluttered and threw away quite a lot of product. So I was kind of over the waste thing, and I was frustrated with myself, and so I was like, I'm just gonna use it. And I did. I used it all up, and it's gone now. Yay. And Neutrogena is not cruelty free, so I will not be repurchasing this. I didn't really like it. So yeah, I have a really big issue with products that specifically claim themselves to be a makeup removing product and yet are not eye safe, which is what this is. It says a makeup remover and cleanser in one, but it also says not to use it in the immediate eye area, which is annoying because if something tells me that it's going to take off my makeup, I care about my eye makeup. Like, everything is going to take off my skin makeup. Most of it's gone by the end of the day anyway. And so if it's not designed to take off eye makeup, then that's fine. Just don't claim that it's a makeup removing product if it's not eye safe. That's annoying. Side note, Paula's Choice cleansers are eye safe. They say removes makeup and rinses clean. You can use these on your eyes. It's very gentle. Never irritating. So, yay. Okay, let's all right, well, on the topic of makeup removing, I finished up both bottles, my last 2 bottles of my Embryolisse micellar water. These were in my Harry Potter project pan. I should have said that cleanser, the Paula's Choice cleanser, was in my Doctor Who project. These are in my Harry Potter project, and they're gone. If you want to hear the full story about these, go and watch my intro video for that, because the story is ridiculous. Yeah, I'll just tease that. But they're gone. Yay. I probably won't repurchase that particular micellar water, just because I'm a little scarred from having to go through 7 bottles of it. But I do enjoy micellar water, and I will probably repurchase one at some point. But right now I am testing the waters of oil cleansers and seeing if I like that. So to be determined. Let's see here. Next is, I guess we'll go moisturizers next. I finished 2 moisturizers. One is the Embryolisse Lait Creme Concentré. This was my last bottle of this. This is what I used to use in my pro kit as my primer. I would just use this moisturizer and then put makeup on top of it. And my last one is done. That's gone. I will not be repurchasing this. And then the next one was my Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Invisible Finished Moisture Gel. So this is a moisturizer, but it's a gel formula. So really, really nice for oily skin, because it doesn't feel like you've got a giant greasy layer of stuff on your face. I love this, and I will probably repurchase this in the future. I'm using something else right now, but I love this one, so I might buy that again. Okay, next up, we pretty much just have a lot of skin treatments, so that's exciting to get all of these out of the way. This was the Ordinary Vitamin C Suspension 30% in silicone. This product was so interesting to me. I feel like it didn't last me very long because it took me so long to get over the learning curve with this one. The first like 3 weeks of having this, I just hardcore struggled with figuring out how to use it and where to put it in my routine, because it just like pilled with everything, and it separated everything, and it didn't like work well in any capacity anywhere, so it seemed. And I finally found a place for it. So the issue that I was having was that I kept trying to put it over my other serums and things. So I would like cleanse my face, put my toner on, put my like my more watery serums on, and then I would put my thicker like gel serums on, and then I would put this on, and then I would put a moisturizer on, and it was just like it was just bad news bears. So I finally started, what did I do? I would cleanse, put my toner on, and then immediately use this one. And that worked really well. So things layered on top of this well, but they did not layer underneath this well. So once I figured that out, I ended up really, really liking this. And I do feel like it made a visible difference. I have some sunspots, some sun damage on my skin, and I did notice a bit of that being lightened. So I'm trying another vitamin C serum right now. I'm doing the timeless one, but I might go back to this after I finish that one. So we'll see. I liked it. Next up is the Ursa Major Bright and Easy Flash Mask. I got this in a box, a PR box sent by Pettivore. I feel like I just don't have the right skin type to give this a good review. I think that this is made for dry skin and is meant to be a hydrating mask, which is not something that I need or see any benefit from. So I will say that it smelled nice. It smelled like fresh cut grass. It had that kind of like clean, I don't know, grassy scent to it, which was nice, which makes sense because it's got alfalfa in it. But I don't know. I can say that it didn't do anything bad to my skin and it smelled nice, but I think it just is meant for dry skin. So nothing else to say about that one, except that it's gone. Okay, next up, I'm going to try to not talk at length about these because I have talked at length about them in all of my Harry Potter project videos because this is the project that these two are in. I finished my Erno Laszlo White Marble Dual Phase Vitamin C Peel Exfoliant Phase 1 and 2. That is officially the last time I have to say that. Yay. I hated this project. I'm so glad that it's gone. Also, I got these free from Influencer, and yeah, so I'm really glad that I didn't pay $100 for this set, which is ridiculous. Didn't like it. So glad it's gone. Okay, next up is the Yes To Clear Skin Detoxifying Charcoal Mud Mask for Acne. This has salicylic acid in it, which I have determined is a good ingredient for managing my acne. And so I did like this. I mean, you guys should be used to this by now, but by the time I got around to really using this, it was pretty old in my collection. So someday I may try it again and see if I can get through it all when it's fresh and has the actual active ingredients. But I will say that it still did help my skin a little bit when I was dealing with acne. So that is gone. I liked it. Might repurchase it someday in the future, but I'm trying out one from Pacifico right now, so we'll see how that goes. But that's done. And then my last thing in the skincare realm is this little micro mini peel system from Ole Henriksen. Ola Henriksen. I was told once that I said that it's not Ole, that it's like Ola. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it wrong. Anyway, it's like a little 3-step process thing. I actually just did an Instagram post all about this because I panned these as part of the Last Dance Project Pan created by Small Town Teddy over on Instagram. And yeah, these were just really, really old and I needed to get them out of my collection, so forced myself to use them up for that project. So this is the almond polish is a physical exfoliant, which I no longer include in my skincare routine. This is a lemon strip, like active, I don't know, I think it's like an active vitamin C peel. And then this is a chamomile mask, so it's like a soothing mask. So I don't know, this little set here used to be my jam back in the day when I knew absolutely nothing about skincare, and I just like washed my face and then most days and then did nothing else. Yeah, and some days it was like, you know, I would take my makeup off with a baby wipe and be like, yeah, I did skincare. So anyway, my skin was a wreck, clearly, back in those days. And so this was like my thing that I would do. This was like the one good skincare that I ever did. And I would do this, I don't know, maybe once a month or something. I would get these little sets and do one. And so back then I loved them because I was like, oh, my skin feels so amazing afterwards. And now I have a good, decent skincare routine and I'm taking good care of my skin. And this just doesn't really do anything for me now because I don't need it. I don't need to like damage control when I've got a good system all the time. So I'm glad that these are out. I will not repurchase them, but it was fun to have a little nostalgia about these products and kind of see how far I've come in my knowledge about skincare. So I'm glad that these are out of my collection because these little things are bulky, and this one was like constantly leaking all this sticky stuff, and it was really gross and making my cabinets weird. So really glad that these are out, and that is the end of the skincare. So on to the next category. All right, let's talk about makeup. So this was a good little bout for makeup in my collection. Obviously, you all saw the Declutter already, so I got a bunch of foundations and lipsticks out of my collection, not necessarily by choice, but it's still a significant change in my inventory numbers, and that is the direction that I need to be going. This was also well, let's see here. This was all August. August was a good month for samples. I had all of these foundation and concealer, mostly concealer, samples, and I just dove in and used all of them. And I'm so excited that I don't have all of these floating around anymore. So, and then I also have a bunch of makeup, which I'm very excited about. Got some good wins this time around. So I'm going to put this box over to the side and we will talk about the samples very briefly because nobody likes to talk about samples for that long and I don't have that much to say about them. So real quick, let me sort these out. Okay, so I finished 22 makeup samples this round, which was very exciting. Like I said, pretty much all of this was August. These were September. This was September. So the foundation and concealer stuff, there's nothing in here that I am going to repurchase. So there are things that were nice, like the YSL Touche Eclat was nice, but they're not cruelty free. I will not repurchase, or I will not purchase any of that. I don't use mineral foundation, so Bare Minerals didn't pique my interest. The Rainforest of the Sea, I don't even remember if I liked it or not, so that tells me about that one. The Cover FX, I think, were too old for me to actually give a good review of, and there wasn't enough product for me to actually understand the product because they're a little bit, I don't know, I think they're color correctors, but they were in really interesting colors, so I think I liked them, but I would definitely need to try more than just like the tiniest little bit to figure out if I like them or not. The Kat Von D concealer, or this might have actually, was this a concealer? Yeah, this was fine, didn't blow me out of the water. And then the Makeup Forever, I did actually really like this foundation, but they're also not cruelty free, so I won't be purchasing that. The Embryolisse Hydra Matte is a product that I am very familiar with. I used it in my kit as a primer for oily skin, and I am currently working on my last full size, and I'm really hoping that you will see this in next month's update, or next month's empty. If I can do an empty video of just 1 month, we'll see. But those are fine. I'm not planning on repurchasing that once I finish up my full size. And then this was a sample of the Urban Decay lipstick in Mega Matte, I believe is what it's called. This was in my Harry Potter project. I ended up frankening this because I just couldn't bring myself to wear a bunch of red lips to finish it up. And so I mixed it with a cool, like a very light cool tone brown to make this berry shade over here, which I like much better. And I'm getting wear out of that. So it's not totally done, but I'm counting it as an empty because I don't want to keep this package around. I want to get rid of it, so I will finish that up. I'm motivated to get the lipstick out of here and put something else in this compact, so it'll get done. So there's that. Let's move on to the actual exciting makeup. Let's get this out of the way first. I've got my Tarte Tardiest lip paint in Birthday Suit. I already talked about this in the Declutter, so I won't go on at length about it, but I finished most of it and then decided to declutter it, but I'm still giving myself credit for it as a deluxe mini. because I worked really hard on it and it's almost done, so it's fine. So there's that one. Some other lip products. So this was a lip scrub that I made out of the NYX Be Gone lip color remover and sugar, and it was lovely and I finished it. Now it's gone. On the realm of do-it-yourself lipstick or lip products, these 3 lip products are actually frankened into another product, into another lip scrub. So I took all 3 of these Burt's Bees chapsticks, which are all very old and need to get out of my collection quickly, which would not happen if I just tried to use them naturally. So these have been frankened into a lip scrub. I won't be counting these as empties. Well, you know what? I'm going to count 2 of them as empties, and then when the lip scrub is done, I will count that as one additional empty. So 2 of these will go into my empties, and then the other one will stick around. So next is a lip balm, my favorite lip balm. This is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm. This is a deluxe mini, and it was in my favorite things project pan, and it is done and I love it. I have one more full size, and then I will definitely be repurchasing this over and over again forever. I think this is my last mini. This is the Murad Oil Control Mattifier. I used this as a primer and it was very nice. I don't know how much this costs, or I think it's pretty expensive, and I think it's way more than I would want to spend on a primer, so I don't think I'll be repurchasing this or purchasing it, but I did really, really enjoy using this. And then this was actually a frankened foundation. I forget what was in it. Yeah, I don't remember what was in here, but it was a bunch of things, and now it's gone. So there's that. And then this was also a franken foundation. I keep making combinations of these 2 foundations because this one is a little dark for me and this one is a little light for me. So I keep mixing these 2 together, and that's what I had in here. I have since also made another identical franken foundation, I think because this one I wanted to keep in my empties, and this is a smaller bottle, so I don't mind having it around. But yeah, there's that one. So that's what this one was as well, and now that one is gone. Next is another primer, and this is the Temptu Pro Primer. I think that this could potentially be a nice primer for somebody with dry skin. It is hydrating and a little bit illuminating. It doesn't have any like glitter or shimmer in it, but it definitely had a glowy effect to the skin, which is absolutely not what I look for in a primer. So I hated every drop of this, and I'm very glad it's done. Also, I don't think that Temptu is cruelty-free, so there's that as well. What next? How about this one? The Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I finally finished this. I just finally came to terms with the fact that I do not like this as a skin product, like for my face. Like I just said, I don't enjoy my face to look illuminated. I like everything to be very matte. And so this is the opposite of what I want on my face. So instead, I ended up mixing this into body lotion and making like a shimmering body lotion. And that was very lovely. And it was a really, really nice way to use and enjoy this. So I'm glad that I got some use out of it in a way that I actually enjoy. And I don't consider that a waste at all. I know some people would, but I really liked using it that way. And now it's gone and I'm so happy. Okay, I have a bunch of eye products. let's go ahead and get into those. I have 4 mascaras. This is the Lancome Mascara Primer, the Lancome Mascara. These 2 I got as a Christmas present, and I used them, I think, for a good solid 7 months, and then this one actually did run out, and then this one dried up to the point where I couldn't use it on its own. I had to layer it, and I just really did not like this mascara at all. So I was very glad to see it gone. It flaked on me like crazy, and I couldn't keep it on my lashes. Like by, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours in, it had all flaked off, and it was really annoying. So I'm very glad to see those go, and they are not cruelty free. So I would not have purchased them on my own. Let's go on to this one. This is the Too Faced mascara. I hated this. I'm so glad it's done. I will never buy this again. And then the Hourglass mascara, which I really liked. I loved the formula of this, and it looked beautiful. My lashes looked great. I honestly looked like I was wearing false lashes when I wore this. The only gripe I have about this product is that the packaging is a triangle, which didn't bother me at first, but by the end of using this, when the like it kind of gunks up around this part, and I couldn't, like, you get to a point where the lid just doesn't close as tightly, which normally is fine, but because it's a triangle, it like doesn't line up, and that's really annoying to me. And that's, I think, almost enough to make me not want to buy this, just because I have other mascaras that I like. And spoiler alert, I'm using the Milk Makeup mascara right now, and it's almost as beautiful as this one. So I already have a clear contender with this one that doesn't have the annoying packaging problem. So Hourglass, I'm so sad. If this was in a normal round tube, I think that this would absolutely be my holy grail mascara, because it was amazing. And I don't know, maybe someday I'll buy it again for, like, in spite of the packaging, I'll get a full size and try it out. But as of now, I think that I can find other mascaras that I like more. So I'm so sad about that, because it's like a really annoying, simple flaw that has nothing to do with the actual product, and yet makes all the difference. So sad. Okay, I finished up the Kat Von D tattoo liner. This was the deluxe sample. I think I got maybe 2 or 3 months worth of use out of this. This is one of my favorite liners, but I think in the future I will purchase the NYX Epic liner, because I like it almost as much, and it is a fraction of the price. So there's that. And then let's see here. This is speaking of NYX, this is a NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which is all used up. And this was in the color Ash Brown. I like this brow pencil. I do find it very annoying. The spoolies seem to always break off on mine, and that's a little bit annoying, but I don't really use them, so I don't use them every time, so it's fine. But just something to note, if you are somebody that likes the spoolies, I've had several of these. I think I currently have like 3 or 4 of them still in my collection, and all but one have the spoolie broken off, so just something to note. But the pencil itself is really lovely, and it's nice and fine, and it draws well, and you can be pretty precise with these, so I like this. And then going along with that, this is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the color Chocolate, and this is, it's not quite a brow gel, like it doesn't hold, it's not designed to like hold the lashes quite in place like a normal, like the Control Freak brow gel. It just adds color. And so if you're happy with how your eyebrows look, but you just want to change the color of them, this is a really, really easy way to do it because it's just like a mascara wand and you just kind of like brush them off. This one, I used it to the point where I could like feel myself scraping product off of the side, and then this went bad to the point where like it makes me nauseous when I open it because of the smell. So this is done. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Perversion. It is done. It is like done. I actually pulled the eyeliner out and put it into a little tin and used it with an eyeliner brush until every speck of it was gone. So definitely finished this one. Yeah, so that's done. Next up, same thing, the world's tiniest lip crayon. This was the Sonia Kashuk lip pencil in the color Nudie Nude. And same thing, I dug out the product and used it all. This was in my 19 and 2019 project, and I did really like this. It was a very My Lips but better lip color for me and easy to apply, until of course I scooped it all out and put it in a tin. Then it was not quite as easy to apply, but still liked the formula of this, which is good because I have 2 more of these lip crayons to get through. Next up, I have a very, very, very old ColourPop lipstick. This is the color Brunch, and it was lippy sticks on one side and a liner on the other. I dug both sides out, so every little bit of product is gone in here, and it was like an orangey pink coral shade. So that's done. Next up, I finished 2 Ben Nye face powders, one in the color Banana and the other in Colorless. It's just a translucent powder. So I finished both of those. This was in my Pan That palette, or Pan That face palette, and then this one was in Musical Pans. So those are both done. I really like the Ben Nye powder. These little 3-gram pressed powders go super fast for me, so they're really easy to get through. So I finished both of those. And then I finished 3 eyeshadows this month. So I finished 2 of my Lorac shadows. One was, what was this? It was just like a pale shimmery pink, and then the other was a shimmer copper color. So I finished both of those, and then I finished the big one. I finished Satin Sheets in my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. So spoiler for my Pan That palette update, but whatever, that's fine. Yeah, it's gone. I'm really excited. That was the first shade that I think that was the first shadow ever that I ever hit pan on, and it happened long before I ever started project panning. But yeah, it's gone, and I'm really excited about that one. So that gave me a lot of motivation for this palette and made me want to keep using it with fervor. So there's 3 eyeshadows done this month, which is exciting because up before this, I had never finished an eyeshadow before, so hooray. And then this is maybe my most exciting product of all, which is why I've saved it till last. This is the Inglot Eye Primer. What is it? The Eye Makeup Base. It's an eye primer, and it's gone, and I'm so glad. This thing I've been working on diligently since like May. It's been in 3 different projects, and I'm so excited to see it go because this was the hardest eye primer in my collection, and I feel like now that this is done, I'm gonna just kind of zoom through the rest of them or something like that. I don't know if I'll zoom through them, but I will get I think I can start making some momentum and actually get through my eye primers sooner than later. And that's it. That was so much. If any of you are still here, thank you. I hope you had fun. I certainly had some good wins this quarter, not this month, this quarter. And I'm really excited to have made so much progress and on curating my collection. I'm starting to see the light of getting my collection down to a manageable curated size. So very excited, very motivated by this round of empties. And if you liked it, please let me know. I could in the future just do quarterly empties and do a big Emptypalooza like this. So we shall see. But I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for stopping by my little corner of the internet. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.